Patient registration form, once again, you've already seen that several times. All the information is filled out, has been put in the computer for you. Page 23, your authorization forms. 24, your insurance cards. 25, this is the information filled out. Block 1, patient has a private group health plan. 2 through 5, we have the patient's name, address, and phone number. Patient's date of birth, patient's insured as self, single, and employed. Block 10, none of the visits or this visit is not related to any accident. 1A, ID number, it came right off the card. Sometimes it's a patient's name, sometimes it's an actual number. Number 4, insured's name. You put same as it states before. Number 7, insured's address, also the same. 11, insured's policy or group number, came off the card. Patient's date of birth or the insured's date of birth, female, and employer. Insurance plan name, and is there another health insurance? And of course, that should say yes, because the patient also has Anthem. Secondary insurance. This insurance company will pick up the cost that the first insurance company didn't cover. And you get that information once again off the insurance and for the insurance card. The insured's name, policy or group number, date of birth, employer, and insurance. 12, once again, will say signature on file and prints out the date beside it. 13, also says signature on file. That's the completed top portion of the CMS form. Date of service, 3/25/08. Block 15, the patient has been seen for same or similar illness. No, most times leave it blank. 17, referring physician is James Josephs, and the NPI number is 107-6171. Block 16 is the patient's employment was not interfered with, therefore leave it blank. Patient wasn't hospitalized either, leave it blank. 20, outside labs, no. 22, leave it blank. 23, leave it blank. Diagnosis codes, retrieved from the encounter form. B70.5 is for the well child check. Well child check for that one is the patient is at the pediatric office and the patient's over the age of 2. The next diagnosis code is 382.9. It's for otitis media, which is inflammation of the inner ear. And you see we have them listed in the block. In number 1, B70.5, and 2, 382.9. 24A, we're going to go straight across from A to J each line by line. So go down to line 1. Date of service is 3/25/08 to 3/25/08. It's the same date because the patient was in for an office visit. Place of service is the medical office. That's 11. C, leave it blank. D, always list the office visit code first. Office visit code from the encounter form is 99201. Diagnosis code, explain why the office insurance company will pay for that 99201. And we know for that office visit, the patient was seen for a well child check and otitis media. So that's both 1 and 2. So we write 1, 2. Charge that your office provides for that 99201 is $75. How many times was that office visit charged? Once, okay? And you hit enter and enter until you go to line 2. The date's the same, just hit enter. Next date's the same, hit enter. Place of service is the same, hit enter. C, leave it blank, so hit enter. D, you want to examine the encounter form and see what the next procedure is. The next procedure is 81002, the urinalysis. E, why is the insurance company going to pay for that urinalysis? Good. E says the diagnosis code that explains why the insurance company is going to pay for the urinalysis is 1, B70.5 for the well child check. They are not going to pay for urinalysis for an ear infection. Okay, so you would not have the 382.9 on there. How much do they charge for that urinalysis? $25. How many times was the urinalysis performed? Once. Hit enter and enter to get to line 3. Date's the same, hit enter and enter. Place of service is the same, hit enter. D, the next procedure code is 85025, which is the CBC. E, why is the insurance company going to pay for that CBC? For this one, you can use 1 and 2. They will pay for the complete blood count for the well child check as well as the ear infection because you want to see if the patient has an elevated white blood count to see if there are signs of infection. The cost for the 85025 is $60. How many times was the 85025 performed? Once. Hit enter and enter until you get to line 4. Line 4. Date's the same, hit enter, enter. Place of service is the same, hit enter. Procedure code, 90701. Why are they going to pay for the 90701, which is a DPT test? The immunization, definitely number 1, the V70.5, which is the well child check. The cost, $20. How many times? 1. Hit enter and enter. The next line, line 5. Enter, enter, enter. Procedure code 86585. Why are they going to pay for 86585, which is the TB skin test? It's an immunization. So that's number 1, well child check, V70.5. Charge is $20. How many times? 1. Hit enter and enter till you get to the next line. We're on line 6 now. Dates are the same, but the service is the same, so you're going to hit enter, enter, enter. Procedure code 92567E. Why are they going to pay for that 92567, which is a tympanogram hearing test? Okay. Otitis media, definitely. And depending on how often the patient has a tympanogram, they might actually be able to put 1 also, which is the V70.5, well child check. So you can have the number 2 there, or you can have 1 and 2. Charge is 0. The office didn't charge for it. How many tympanograms were performed? 1. Hit enter and enter until you get to, oops, we're done. We have no other procedures. You keep hitting enter because the tax ID number and everything will pop in. You're in the patient's account number, hit enter, accept assignment, hit enter. Total charge, you'll hit enter. Amount paid is $60, you need to type that in. Hit enter and the computer will subtract it for you. The next line is pretty much filled in by computer generated. You hit enter, enter, and then it will actually process. This is the completed form.